Let's unbox this Bio Ionic long barrel styler. I got the 1.5 inch pro curling iron. I am so excited to finally use this. I have been seeing so many people use this curling iron and I'm like, you know what? It's about time I get one. So I got a really good price since I am a licensed cosmetologist. But first I do need to do my makeup and then we can see how it curls. I love this palette. It really just gives you so many options in this one pack, and it helps cover up my deep circles. It's the full face cream palette. If it becomes too bright, I can just grab the one next to it and lower down that shade. I like to do the lighter one right here and here and the darker one in the middle and then just blend it together, but do what works best for you. All right, now we're gonna use my concealer, C4.5 from MAC. It's the broad spectrum, SPF 15 in it, which I love that has SPF in it, so I don't have to do an extra step. This is a 24-hour matte foundation and oil control. Blend that in on top of the concealer and all across my face. Also guys, make sure you're prepping really well before starting, like making sure your eyebrows are waxed, lip waxed. Sometimes people still like, you know, do a little bit more than that. That's all I do on my face as far as removing hair goes. Now this is where I like to come in with my MAC concealer, which is that Studio Radiance in NC17. And I'm just going to blend that right in. This is an RT Techniques brush from Ulta, 241 RT. I love the angle, so it gets in underneath my eyes a lot better. You may or may not need this depending on your like face shape. It's like this, it's got a nice little tiered curve contour wand. I've used this on like clients when I do a full face of makeup. And it is really dark at first, but it does blend and do such a good job. I'm gonna use this on my nose. I'm not like squeezing too much out. I'm just using what's like remaining on it. My finger to blend this in a little bit. You could use a sponge, a makeup sponge, which I have upstairs. Not with me in this bag, I don't think. Otherwise, a sponge honestly would be better. And it just, I like to angle it like at a slant like this to really carve it out. Let's do the same thing on this side. So we're just going all along the hairline to connect it to my chin and then down. Maybe I should have pinned back my hair, but I don't have that near me and I'm just too lazy. I'm gonna use this NARS Orgasm Eliminator, and this is like in a tube, which I love. Hold on, actually before I do that, I'm gonna use my new bronzer from MAC. It's called Radiant Light Rosy Skin Finish. This would be so much easier if you just get a headband. But I'm a good multitasker. I'm just gonna blend my nose a bit here. NARS. It's hard to see, but it's like super shimmery. And I'm just gonna put that right here. You could seriously put it all over. It doesn't just have to be like in your blush area. And it'll just, do you see that shine all over? I absolutely love it. So get the liquid kind. It looks like this in a tube. I love it so much. I'm going to use my Boldly Bare MAC lip liner. I just always like to sharpen my pencils, so I always have a sharpener on hand. Use Subculture. So let me just sharpen that. I need to get a new one. This really wasn't the color I wanted at first, but I like Subculture. It's kind of hard to see, so I'm just going over it and filling in my entire lip with Subculture. I love the color in the middle more than the outside, but the outside's cute too. The main reason why I decided to film like getting ready with me is so that I could use my new Bio Ionic curling iron. I am so excited, but I get the 1.5 like longer barrel, extended barrel, I think is the words that they use. I will also call it the extended barrel. It's the same thing. Instead of like the traditional size curling irons, especially people who have like long hair. So I'm just gonna put some Chanel mascara on. Like I don't have any lash extensions or added lashes at all. And I feel like this mascara really just enhances and darkens my natural lash really well. It's kind of hard to see, but yeah, they're there. Okay, it's on makeup. I just like want to quickly move ahead to the hair, so let's do that. Okay, so we are gonna put some Moroccan Oil Protect Defense Heat Protectant. This is good up to 450 degrees of heat, which you really shouldn't use any higher than that. Really get in there. So let's just do the front. So I'm like sectioning it along where my ear is. And then just straight back, center part. And then we'll clip the rest at every section. I have it set to 360 degrees. It can go up to 430. Make sure you're using a heat protectant even if you're just doing only 250. Now, I like big waves. A lot of people do skinny waves. So this is like 2 inches worth of a section. I just want to do from the mid to the ends. I don't want them tight. I want them super loose waves. And I can already feel how hot this is. So I'm letting that go. And then just curling that. I left the ends out. I'm just going to drop it. It looks like that. I'm just going to grab it from the end and hold it up and just move it around like this, just because I want the cool air to hit it, so that way it'll lock it in to place the wave curl part. I see so many people using a 1-inch curling iron, which is great, but I like having thicker, looser type of wave. So try this size barrel if you haven't. Now just be super careful because this is the extended barrel, and when you're twisting it out, it will touch your ear. This is protected, so it's not hot. Like, I can touch it, it's not hot at all, but just keep that in mind. It's really hot. Like, technically I'm gonna turn this down to 320. Now I will brush through them later. Right now I'm just letting them cool while they're tighter, and this will definitely last me for a good amount of time. So let me just move this out of the way and clip that back. You can see my sections are rather large. They're at least 2 inches with a lot of hair. If your hair has trouble holding a curl, then spray texture spray first and then curl it. If you hear it like somewhat sizzle, it's just because you sprayed that on top. Let me move this down a bit. So it's just cooling. So you just all the way up, slide it down so it's all smooth, and then you turn the iron, unravel it, turn. Now there's a couple ways. I'm holding it vertically. Some people do it at an angle like this, or even horizontal. They do all achieve a different type of look. The more vertical you're gonna hold it, the more of a curl you're going to have. Oh, I love how the size is already, you guys. All the way to the top, pull it down, turn it around. I'm still holding it vertical, straight up. My pointer finger's on the clamp. I'm going to pull this down and around, holding it vertical and just curling that part. Now don't be afraid to unravel, because you don't need to leave it on that long. I know some people's hair doesn't hold a curl that well. Just add an extra step if you're really concerned about it. Like if you have stick straight hair, pin your curls after you curl them and they will set that way, and let them cool. You spray your hair with at least a brushable hairspray. A brushable hairspray you can find from Redken, they do make one. You could find a flexible hold. It doesn't always have to be like a firm hold. Just kind of waving cool air through so it locks in the curl. They kind of look like Shirley Temple curls, and I don't like Shirley Temple curls. We'll see how this goes. It's literally my first time using this, and I've been like so excited to try it. Okay. Leaving my ends out a tiny bit. It works so well. Like this iron definitely is different from any other curling iron that I've ever used. I used to use like the Helen of Troy ones a lot, but they would always break. Not right away, but something would happen. Like the spring would break, which is not that big of a deal, but still, you don't want anything to break. And then I don't know, it just wouldn't power on anymore. So I stopped buying that brand. So look how big this section is, okay? I'm smoothing it all the way at the top and like going over it, opening my clamp, kind of bringing it down because I don't need the curl all the way to the top. You can if you want. It's up to you. And I'm just twisting it out, holding it vertical, and making sure that the hair section is all the way flat against the iron, unraveling it. You can do it enough to where it's like twisting like this. You don't have to. My intention is not to do the twist ones, although that's also a nice look. Now I just have this much more hair to go. Keep in mind I did like rough dry my hair. I washed it and just rough dried my hair. So that way I could just smooth it over with the iron instead of with the round brush. Because I wanted to try this. I think this is a thick enough section to where like I can cut it in half. And don't be afraid to like touch the iron gently because your hair is like a layer protecting you from just directly touching the wand. That way you know, hey, it's hot, I'm good. I'm gonna turn this way so you can see it better. On it. So if you have a wide tooth comb, this is a perfect time to use it. I'm just using my fingers. Do you see how it's a looser, natural wave versus a curl? Them even looser, I would have just done an even bigger, like the whole section into one. And then smooth it, wrap it around the barrel like a one thicker section, loosening it so I'm closer to the end, unraveling it, and then like that. The thicker the section, the looser the wave. Now took the half of the back section and mirrored that together, and I'm pulling it down towards the end and then dropping it down. Honestly, you're probably just like me. I'm used to leaving the iron on for a longer period of time, but with this curling iron, you don't have to. Brush my hands through it. So I'm just taking this full back section and I'm gonna mirror the entire section together, and that's the bonus part of having the extended or longer barrel, so that way you can grip more hair at a time. Now if you're someone who just doesn't have a lot of hair, I can understand why that may not work for you, or like if you have shorter hair. So this is only for selected types of length and cool, and then we'll brush it out, even though it's not all the way cooled down yet. And I am loving the look. Let me just show you from the back. My tag is out. I love that S, and that's how you get that bigger wave. You could, if you want to be lazy, I shouldn't say lazy, just a different way of doing it. Take a section of your hair and just wrap it around the barrel. It would also mirror those pieces together when you're doing it. The variations on how you could style your hair and how the curls will look. Look how pretty that wave is. The 1.5 barrel is where it's at. So good. It looks better on darker hair. You can like really see it. I'm just gonna take this back piece. Because that's an important piece right here. It's that back section. Let me know if you get it. I'll link it in my Amazon storefront. Bye.